That's going to be a hard one to think of. I know I've got them.
I've got one. Okay.
I've got, like, my whole life is a hot take, so it's kind of hard for me to, like, come up with one right on the spot.
One that we haven't talked about.
Exactly, yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Talking Rad podcast, episode 182, starring your hosts. I guess starring.
Wait, who's the guest starring?
There's no guest stars.
There's no guest stars.
I don't know if I like the word starring, though.
Featuring.
But it technically works.
Hosted by.
It technically is the right word. But my name's Cole. I'm technically the host today, so I'm introducing the podcast. But after that, it doesn't even matter anymore with this show. Because I don't have any topics. Skylar seemed like he had. By the way, I'm joined by Thane and Skylar.
Yeah.
Hi, Thane's wearing thongs right now.
Maybe I should have hosted because I have a camping trip story, I guess.
I can always BS about stuff, but it sounded like Skylar actually had a segment or something he wanted to talk about.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's like one of those taste reels so you know what's to come. We're going to talk about our hottest takes, and they don't have to be about, video games specifically. And I'll go first with that one because I feel like my hot take is like a lot of people are going to disagree with me.
Okay. What? So literally anything in the world hot take.
Yeah, just a hot take that you know people are going to 100% disagree with you with.
That's going to be a hard one to think of. I know I've got them.
I've got one.
Okay. I've got, like, my whole life is a hot take, so it's kind of hard for me to, like, come up with one right on the spot.
One that we haven't talked about. Probably.
Exactly, yeah.
So here's one.
No. Let's do that we're going to do that a little bit later on.
I do have something we can talk about, because this has literally been burning in my mind all day, which is the dumbest thing in the world. Maybe I've got some kind of problem, but when you paid me for the filming for your sister's wedding, literally all day I could not stop thinking about what I would like to purchase with that money. And I think it comes from the fact that I didn't know I was even going to get paid. And so all of a sudden I just had money and I was like, oh freak, what do I buy?
If I put that much money into something, I think I'd want to have some kind of compensation.
You mean time?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I won't lie, about halfway through...
Effort works too, effort.
About halfway through, I started to feel a little like, why did I agree to do this without any, like... Compensation? And then it really hit me when Brennan was like, Cole, are you getting paid to do this? And I was just like, no.
So, to be fair, my sister told me when I initially asked you, and this was even the day of the wedding, which happened yesterday, by the way, I guess.
As of recording this episode.
Yeah, as of recording, so it was like almost a week by the time you guys hear it. Anyway, she told me that she only needed you to film when the wedding was happening, like when I walked in, because I had to be a part of it, and that I was going to film everything after that. But after we did the wedding thing, she said, I don't want you to do anything to me. Yeah. She's like, I don't want you to do anything. So that's why we had Zay and Brennan do the music, and then you did the filming. But afterwards, I went and told, my mom, Kira, and myself were like, yeah, we need to pay Cole. He held that camera for 5 hours. So
that was very kind of you guys. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, we're not dinkles.
So before we really get into some more of your guys' conversations, help me decide what to buy on today's episode of the Talking Rad podcast.
Okay, you got to give us options.
I do have options. Okay.
Gee, if I had that money, I'd buy Armored Core 6. I can't shut up about it.
Man, he's excited for that game.
Yeah, I am.
I really hope.
When's it come out?
Yeah, at the end of I think August 20.
Oh, this month then.
Wow. I think the last. Second, like one of the last 2 Fridays.
You're getting it for your computer?
I don't know. I'm tossed up between PS5 and PC because
I don't mean to like weigh your decision, but it seems like From Software is not a good track record with PC.
Yeah, I play Elden Ring
Not saying that they're not workable.
Yeah,
just not as good as the consoles were, from what I understand. Yeah. I know a YouTuber that even just refunded his copy.
Yeah.
Just got it for the PlayStation 5 instead.
Yeah,
I don't know if he got a refund actually. He might have just
bought it. He just bought it twice.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, go see him, man.
Well, it's because he got it on the PS5, or no, he He got it on the computer, but I think
his friends were
all
all
his
playing.
friends were
yeah.
on the PlayStation. I think is what it was.
Yeah, from what, like with how Elden Ring was kind of handled, which eventually got fixed. It runs fine now, but
And it
to
was
get launch,
within like a week.
Yeah,
if not less.
And
than,
I think,
like.
but if I want it good at launch, I think I might just go with console PS5 version, and also like PS5. There's probably gonna be good loading times, so it's just instant like that.
I was gonna say if you get on the PS5, then you can play out in the front room like the good old days.
Yeah, I
The
mean
good old
maybe
even
I'll
2
do
weeks
that.
ago.
The good old 2 weeks.
Maybe I'll do that at launch day. And be like, guys, it's out, it's here.
It would be a Friday, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to look. Yeah. I'd have to look. Let me look that up to see if.
I also have to say that there will be 2 weekends in August where I'm going to be gone. So,
In August?
yes.
Yeah, I could snap it to you. It's like,
No. September.
oh.
I lied to you.
Is this stuff that we can't disclose on the podcast? Because I am curious personally.
It's just a wedding, another wedding. My cousin, he's getting married. And then me and some of my family members plan a trip to Nevada.
Oh, fun.
This article says, Armored Core coming to Xbox One, PlayStation 4? Yes, they said that already.
That's too bad. It's always a shame when games go to old consoles.
Yeah, they're wasting their development
Switch.
time. Ooh.
I'm a big fan of the Switch. The Switch is probably my favorite console of all time,
August
but man, is it
25th,
not a great console.
It's August 25th.
Other than the portability,
last-
that's cool.
The last Friday
August
of
25th?
August. Yep.
I guess another thing before we get into it, I did quite enjoy actually filming that wedding. It was kind of fun. I'm interested in potentially doing more if you would like a business associate.
I mean, it just depends on how many more weddings I want to do.
Well, like, I want to try a couple more, I think, until I get, like, I don't like it anymore. But I was into it. I was having too much fun for a little bit there.
You can edit it then.
No, I don't want to do that part. We'll just hire Thane to do that part.
Oh, it'll never get done. We will have clients that hate us for years. We won't get any more clients.
Yes.
Okay, help me decide what to buy. So
More
I've
cardboard.
that is literally option number 1 or 2 actually. Well, I guess I'll tell you option number 2.
Cardboard is code for Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I've got an addiction, and we all know it.
Yeah.
So in November, the reason why I'm not super excited about this idea is because it's going to take a while before it to come out. November, there's going to be a new set of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's going to be really cool. I was already planning on buying a whole box of them, but I could potentially buy 3 now and not have like any like it's just the extra money, you know. It's not like taking out of like what I had planned potentially to purchase. So that's one option. I'd have a little bit of it left over at that as well. Option number 1, I told Skylar this morning that I was planning to buy a Nia figure from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And it is more expensive than the money that I have. Granted, it's not too much more. It'd have been like an extra $10-15 because of shipping, basically. And man, I really want it. But it's way too much money to spend on something like that. But if I don't get it now, I'll never be able to get it ever probably. Or spend like a stupid amount of money for it. I don't know if I really, really want it or not either. And then the third one is literally just like manga, light novels, other just random junk, like just a bunch. I don't know if it'd be all in one go, but... And like steel books too, you know, just a little bit of like all of my hobbies in one. So basically the options are Xenoblade, Yu-Gi-Oh, or the other hobbies. Which one do I give the money to at this point?
I think vinyls are cool.
Vinyl?
Oh wait, is it a vinyl sound? No, it's not a vinyl. I just think it's I know Xenoblade 1 had a vinyl.
Okay,
Yeah.
back to the Thane only listens to 60% of
Yeah.
what we say, and we're back to that. I didn't say anything about
here's the
soundtracks,
thing.
Thane.
I made Oh, you're talking about.
I didn't
the other thing,
say- I didn't say anything about
The reason-
soundtracks.
Yeah, I don't know. I heard you say something about a soundtrack.
I did not say the
Another-
word soundtrack.
That was earlier today.
Yeah.
Was that earlier today?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when I said the one that I ordered is
Yeah.
probably gonna be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Man,
The
we
reason
just,
why I think
in real
vinyl-
time just had the 60%.
We literally had the 60%. I mean, he still stuck to the Xenoblade
Yeah.
part. I mean, he got
The
that. That was
reason
60%
the
right
reason
there.
I thought vinyl is because people do like to do special edition vinyls, third-party vinyls.
And
Wait, we should ask him, quiz him though. See how much he did listen.
Pause real quick. We will do that. That sounds great. But I don't. I'm gonna throw you under the bus a little bit more as well. But you also, last time I talked about the Xenoblade soundtrack that I purchased, you had also asked me back then if it was vinyl, and I told you then it was not vinyl.
I don't know.
So you didn't listen to the answer that you asked the question to back then apparently. All right, quiz time. What was option 1 that I said? Well, I guess we
Xenoblade.
What? I guess yeah. Do you remember what it was though
The
that I?
Flute.
No. Okay, option 2. What was option 2?
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Okay, good job. What was option 3?
There's your hobbies.
My other hobbies.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's 60%. Maybe we'll give him the benefit of doubt. It was more like 70% because he still got Xenoblade. He didn't know what Xenoblade though, but.
Can I guess?
It's a figure.
Hey, which character do you happen to remember?
Melia.
Starts
No.
with an M.
Oh.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, excuse me, N.
Nia. There you go.
I already have Melia.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So that's the other thing, is I already have Melia. I got to get another one. And then when the Mio figure comes out, I got to buy that too. And so if I buy the Mio figure and I don't get the Nia figure, is that dumb?
I think we got to weigh your options here.
Okay.
You're going to get a lot more bang for your buck with options 2 and 3. It's going to go a lot farther than the figure.
That's a big if with option 2.
Because of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Because what if I just pull bad? I just pull bad and didn't get anything good.
Then,
I'd be better off just buying singles at that point.
Which you could.
The gambling's fun though.
True.
Gambling's fun, guys.
You'd have a fun time. You'd have probably, a good 20, 30 minutes of just opening cards.
If it was 3 boxes, yeah, it would be like 20 minutes of opening cardboard.
That would be a rush.
It would be fun. And because it's this specific set, like you're guaranteed like the highest rarity per box, 1 per box. Out of 69 different cards. So it'd be like, which one do I get? And I get 3 of them. Hopefully no duplicates. That'd be unfortunate.
So what about the figure? It's not official. It's independent, right?
No, it's official.
This is from Good Smile?
Yeah, it's from Good Smile.
Wow. I'm a genius.
Good Smile also did the Melia figure that I have.
Yeah. Good Smile does very high quality figures.
Yeah.
You
So
know
I'll show
Good
you guys a
Smile?
picture of the Nia figure to see what you
know
guys
Good
think.
Smile? You've probably heard the name Good Smile.
If they were on Right Stuff or
look.
Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
My sticker. I got this
Yeah.
one from the Melia figure. The little
Nice.
ramen.
Good smile.
They just threw that in there. All right, this is the figure. Her
Wow.
sword is effing huge.
That's.
It's a spoiler
Yeah,
figurine.
it's
It is a little bit of a
figure.
spoiler figure. I won't show the
Wait,
camera.
can you zoom in a little bit more? Little more.
I can't go. It's gonna like it's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. Get the figure.
pervert.
Wow.
She got some thick thighs, no doubt about that.
I want the figure now.
You want the figure?
Yeah, I want you to get it so I can look.
See him look at those thighs. But that's the other thing. Go back to the question you asked Thane before we started the podcast is if your parents came into this room, what would be something you want to hide? Like, I don't know if I want my parents seeing all the figures that I'm buying. Not for one, obviously, because they're slightly lewd. Then two,
Yeah.
because they're like, you're spending your money
That's not
on
even
plastic
that's
girls.
not even really lewd. That's just a
You could be
girl
spending
in
money
a-
on real girls or something like that.
It's a girl in a
True.
casual
True.
outfit.
That's not lewd, but like the
Yeah.
Nia figure is kind of lewd.
Yeah.
The Nia figure is gorgeous. But like I said, I think you're better off. You get more bang for your buck with option 2 or 3. Number 2 is a gamble, and you're kind of paying for that rush.
So let's talk about some of the things that I get with option 3 if I do that. At one point, I considered completing my Mushoku Tensei light novel collection. So that was one of the things I had thought of. Just getting some other manga that I haven't been able to collect over the past couple months because we just really haven't been anywhere, like Barnes & Noble, for example.
Yeah.
Like I'm missing like 3 of the Kaguya-sama volumes, for example. And then some steelbooks that I've been wanting to get. There's a Ghibli steelbook I want. Yeah, so that kind of stuff. Some Pokemon plushies that I'd like to get. I guess going back to Xenoblade, I want to buy a copy of Torna, the DLC for 2, the physical version of it. So by mileage, it's really depending because a lot of the stuff that I just listed off is stuff I've already done. I've already read Kaguya-sama. I've already read the light novels from Shoka Tensei.
I'm going to say, since it seems like you don't want to wait to spend the money.
I kind of want to spend it right now.
So I'm going to say option 3.
Really?
Yeah.
You could make it fun. You could try to make a method where it's like, all right, which one will win? Like you could do like a.
I'm not doing that. No, I gamble enough with Yu-Gi-Oh cards in general. I need more gambling.
If the Yu-Gi-Oh box set that you're wanting, the boxes were more readily available, I'd say that one because you're really into Yu-Gi-Oh right now.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I will be in 3 months.
Sure, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if you could get it now, that's what I would say would be good.
Yeah, totally. If that set was out already, I probably would have jumped on it right away. Well, if that set was out, I would have already purchased a box at some point, and then I just probably would have used this money to buy singles. The reason why this set is also super cool is because it's like a reprint of almost every single one of the main staples in the game, which I have a lot, obviously, of, but, like, it's super nice to have multiple copies as well. I can put them into multiple different decks.
Yeah, I'm going to say option 3, because you could get some steelbooks, you could get Torna, maybe you buy some singles in Yu-Gi-Oh, so you're still in a roundabout way, come back to option 2.
I really want to buy a new deck in Yu-Gi-Oh too, but see, that's the other issue, is I don't play with anybody, other than I have to drive to go play with people.
I'm sure there's got to be an online Discord.
There's got to be somebody in my life that would play with me, at least once.
I played once.
I guess that is true. You did do it at least once. I have the VTubers. I'm building that deck too, Thane.
Yeah, I don't have the patience for Yu-Gi-Oh or the brain power.
You got the brain power. I mean, like, anybody can really play it if they just try.
You just have to read a little bit.
I'm just really bad. Like, I see the cards and like, I was like, okay, it does that. And then I have to look back at the cards as it does what again. And then I lay it. It's like, wait, what does this card do again? Like, what is that card? It's
like, oh, this card has 3 effects. I got to pick which one I want it to do.
Yep. Yeah.
It's really fun, though,
Thane. It's really, really complicated now since last time I saw it. Like, it was not the same back in, like, the 2000s.
What hooked
it was a bad
me,
game back then.
What I'll tell you is
just kidding.
Is the moment when you get 100 IQ play on somebody and you're just like, wow, I did that.
You styled on them so hard, and it feels so good.
That's when you're just like, dang, I get it.
Buzz. Do you think I picked up the mics? I don't think it did.
It feels like what I'll do in the arena mode in Hardcore 6 when I 100 IQ play someone with my trip minds.
So Skylar hit me up with a very logical and like sensible option. What do you say, Thane? Out of those 3 options, what do I go for?
I think you get more bang for your buck with option 3, but option 1 sounds pretty tempting too.
It's really tempting,
yeah.
And like, I'll tell you why it's even more tempting is because I've always wanted to get this figure. I honestly thought it was unavailable right now. I thought you couldn't get it anymore. I thought I had missed the window already, but you can still purchase it as of this recording. And they announced the Good Smile Mio figure that'll be coming out probably in a year or 2. And I'm like, dang, bro, I want that. So I got to get one character from each game, right?
Yeah.
Best girl from each game.
Yeah, basically.
You can have your best girl shelf.
Mm-hmm.
And are you going to get any from Xenoblade X? I don't know if they still
I don't think they don't have any Xenoblade X figures.
They probably would make some if there was ever a re-release.
They did. It would just be Elma.
Yeah, Elma.
I don't know. I've been playing through Xenoblade X currently. There's some really freaking funny moments. I'll tell you guys about one. I told Thane about it. So, and it's mostly from like little side dialogues here and there, but I don't know. I don't really care much for the cast as of yet. Anyway, so the moment was that there's this side quest. The guy's like, hey, I need you to go kill these things. I'm just like, okay, I'll go over there and kill them. So I go over there, and I go to this cave, and it's just a bunch of baby pigs. And I have my character calls the guy, and he's like, bro, these are just a bunch of baby pigs. Like, what do I do? And the guy's just like, that is a pretty morally gray area. I'll let you decide what you should do with them. So I walked into the cave and slaughtered the piglets. And then the mom pig came and I slaughtered it too. And I went back and reported to the guy. And he's like, oh, God, you killed the babies? Oh, and he's like, that puts a bad taste in my mouth. He's like gagging. He's like, I still gotta pay you, but F, man, what are you doing, you psycho? He literally says, he calls you a psycho in his dialogue, and I was just like, bro, that was freaking funny.
Gotcha.
Nice.
I didn't know what else I was supposed to do. Do I just walk away? I don't know if that was an option. Just never do the quest ever.
Hey, you got it. Hey, when you're cultivating a new planet, you gotta do some culling.
It was really funny though, and but like I said, I don't know if I really care much for the story of that game. It's really all about just the funny dialogue here and there.
I have a feeling that game, since it's the Wii U, they just really cared more about the big world. It's like, look at the processing power.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So when it comes to, as the answer, I don't have an answer yet then, because you guys are just too sensible.
Oh, you want us to just be like, figure.
Well, maybe.
Figure,
I don't know. What would you actually rather have yourself? Put yourself in my shoes. You're just like, what would you buy? What would you want to get?
Personally, I'm not really a figurine guy or even a card guy, so I just would buy
just the random junk stuff.
Yeah, the random junk, like the hobby stuff, like manga, a game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
me too. Like, literally what I'm into right now is video games, manga, and golf.
Mhm.
So I'd buy a lot of golf stuff too.
And see, it's weird because I don't really care much for figures either that much, but it's really fun to get them.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I really enjoy getting them, but it's not like I care that much about them. I kind of just put them on a stand and never really look at them again. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this goes back to a conversation we had probably a year or two ago where I was like, man, I don't understand why people spend that much money on figures, but why do I spend so much money on video games that literally do the same thing?
I get it. I completely get why people spend money on anything. Spending money is just fun in general.
Oh yeah, I agree now. I mean, I understand it now.
And man, it's fun to get something in the mail, and that's probably why I really like buying Yu-Gi-Oh cards to get all the individual letters every other day. And
if it makes you feel any better, not that these two are comparable in any way, but getting a good iron golf club can cost you around, it could be anywhere from $400 and up.
oh yeah,
So
yep,
still less than what you would buy.
true.
Not that I bought that. My whole set is from the 90s and it's probably cost $300.
It's something you use though.
Sure, yeah.
You don't use a figure other than just to put it on a shelf. See, the other part that I dislike about this specific figure is because her hair is so big, you have to put little stands underneath her hair to make sure it doesn't weigh the figure down too much, which I wouldn't want to do.
I would love someday, because there's figures that I want to buy, but there's also been video game figures that I want to buy. There was this really cool Master Chief one in a Warthog that I wanted to get. There's really cool Link ones, but they're really expensive. But I would love to get a shelf, maybe not glass. I don't know. Glass could be cool, but just a case full of a bunch of figures that I really like.
Yeah.
And my uncle has a Godzilla figurine shelf where he's got probably 50 Godzilla figures, and it's really freaking dope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dang, I would love to do that with stuff that I like.
Yeah. And while I was looking at videos and stuff of the figures, this guy that I was watching his video, he has all the Xenoblade figures. So he's got the Pyra and Mithra and Melia and the Nia, and he has them all he had them all lined up next to each other, and they look so freaking cool all lined up next to each other. And I was like, dang, bro, I don't want to get Pyra or Mithra, but if I end up getting Mia later in the future, it would be really cool to have all three of them right next to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, if you get all the Aegis together.
Oh, if they did a Malus figure. Dude, if they did a Malus figure, that'd be so hype. His sword is so freaking cool looking. Oh, man.
Play Xenoblade.
Play Xenoblade. That's the moral of today's episode.
Xenoblade.
Thank you guys for watching the Xenoblade
I think
ad.
that's what the last episode was play
Dude,
Xenoblade.
I can't not talk about Xenoblade. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's my addiction.
If you want to try to represent the whole Xeno series, I mean, X and Xenogears is kind of out of the question since they probably don't have good figures.
I could get the Cosmos figure too.
Yeah,
there's a
Xeno Saga. You only need one. It's Cosmos.
So there's a Cosmos figure that they made for Xenoblade 2 because of the Cosmos Blade. Yeah. It's so cool looking, dude. Oh man, I don't even really know Xeno Saga or Cosmos that much, but that figure is sick, dude. It's so cool. But it's also really expensive, especially now because it's out of like print.
All you need to know is she's just a motionless robot.
Thank you guys for listening to our Xenoblade talk. Let's get on to the rest of the episode.
Yeah,
so if you skip to this point, welcome to the episode.
30 minutes.
We talk about hobbies. We got nothing else to talk about in this podcast.
You said you had a camping story.
Yeah, I did. I went camping with my family. It was great. We only last year when we did this, like kind of, it's been like the third annual camping trip now, and they kind of want to do a camping trip every year. We were up there for like 4 days last year, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then after that, it's like, I don't think we could keep doing this. So this year we only were up there for like 2 days, like one night, and then the night and then the morning, and then we packed up and left. But we were on the river. Not the river, it was a lake. It was just this little lake. And go down there, and like at the spot in the lake, there's this like, most of it is like the water, and then like this kind of uphill, like it's kind of like here's the water and then here's the rocks, so it's kind of like hard to put boats in. I guess right here,
just the bank.
Yeah, the bank. And then, but right there, the bank like perfectly slides into the water. You know, kind of like easy to.
It's put like a boat ramp.
Yeah, a boat ramp. So there are two old people there. They're fishing right at the boat ramp.
He told us just a little bit. It's good.
So it's like, all right, we'll be considerate, and we'll just go around them. Like, put our boats in. Like, there's, like, the grass over there. It's like, there's, like, enough room right there. And then the kids were just kind of paddling around. And then, like, one of the kids gets too close to the line. It's like, and they're like, hey, watch for the fishing line. Don't, like, swim away from it. And the guy just gets up, like, you know what? Never mind. We're leaving now. And he just leaves up, starts packing stuff up. While he's packing, like, while he's getting stuff, he's like, people F things up. It's like, dude, like, there are already 1 million people here. Like, there are other fishing spots. Like, well, the lady was kind of handicapped, so that was a perfect spot. But it's like, it's a Saturday. It was a Saturday. So, and it's summertime, so people are going to just be down there on the lake. And it's like, you can't control that. You think you own the lake, but it's like, no, you don't.
He owns the lake and the boat ramp.
And the fish.
And the fish. You have to pay the toll.
It's like scaring all the damn fish. It's like...
Is that what he was saying?
Yeah, it's like... my day is ruined. It's like...
Did he actually say my day is ruined?
Yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, dude, stop being so dramatic.
Dude, first off, though, if this is a seasoned fisherman, why is he fishing by the boat ramp?
Yeah, just like...
Are you sure it's not an NPC just walking around? You just got caught in the crossfire.
If it was an NPC, he wouldn't have got that mad, though, right?
Yeah.
Unless he's programmed to just get mad.
Yeah. It's like...
Maybe we're all living in a simulation.
Some people, like...
I'm an NPC.
The camera's there, not there.
And my dad, like, equated to a guy he knows in the neighborhoods, like, where he's just mad at everything, and everything else is everybody else's fault. Never
Dude,
is there.
it's people are just grumpy. Old people are just grumpy bastards. So when we go golf, you get a tee time, right? So sometimes, since there's 4 of us, we go like at a decent pace. We're not too slow. We're not too fast because there's 4 of us. But every once in a while, you'll get a group of old dudes that are behind, and it's like they're just speed running their golf game, dude. I don't know how they're doing it. It's like they walk up and they're just hitting from the cart playing polo while the rest of us are trying to golf. So there was one time we got to hole 10, and there was a group of 4 guys that we were behind all day, mind you. And it was fine. You were enjoying your time. Literally, it's like 6 o'clock on a Tuesday evening. It's great. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're just
it's
enjoying
the
ourselves.
It's summertime. The sun's out.
Yeah.
You have plenty of time. Like you have like 4 hours of sun.
So these four older gentlemen, they're older than us. They're probably in their
Yeah.
40s. They're like, hey, you guys are playing faster than us. You can go ahead. So we're like, okay. So we go in front of them, and then there's a group of old guys that get behind those four gentlemen. So it was us, the four gentlemen, and then old guys that were behind them. Well, the old guys got mad at us because they thought that we were going too slow. So they called in to the golf course club headquarters, and some guy drove out, and he like got mad at us. He's like, listen, fellas, this is like the part of my job I hate, but you guys got to go faster, let people play through. And we're like, dude, those four dudes literally let us play through. So as we're driving back this way, we saw that there was a bunch of old dudes waiting for these guys. We're just like, F these dudes, man.
Yeah.
Bastards. Old
Just-
people are just grumpy bastards.
Yeah. Working at Wendy's, I know. Like I make like one tiny mistake, like something slips. Old guys just go, you don't know how to count the damn change. I was like, no, there's one where I did count the change, and like I think there was a miscommunication. It's like, you don't know how to count change. There's supposed to be this much. Like, oh no, I gave out this much. It's like, oh, never mind. Just drove off. It's like, yeah, that's what I thought, man. That's what I thought.
So the moral of the story is don't be old.
Yeah, don't be old.
What
Or
was the one where the
be
guy...
humble
like,
when you get older.
Didn't you say there was an old guy who didn't like the French fries because they weren't
It's a
coming-
lady.
Or a lady.
Wait.
They weren't coming out of the cup or something?
No,
Or what
she like
happened?
no. She put it on the counter. It's like, I'm gonna let these cool over here. It's like, no, leave it on your tray and put it on the side. Like, why? Why are you stupid? Are you actually stupid?
Let them cool on your own tray.
It's like, also she got mad at me because like the floor is wet over there, and there's a wet floor sign. It's like, use your brain. And it's like, and I just like, all right, I'll go mop it up. And so I go mop it up, and she like shakes her head at me. It's like, I'm gonna go over there and slap you, lady. Like,
I'm going to commit murder today.
yeah, there's some people over there
Oh,
just
man.
like,
Some people's grandparents, I tell you.
yeah. No, there's this one guy who like was like doing DoorDash or something, and like he's like, what, like, why is he out helping those white? He was black, so it's like, why is he out helping those white folks? And it's like, dude, we're just going in order. Comes the driveway, and it's like he's trying to bring race into it. My boss is like, are you trying to bring race into this? Yeah, you're racist. And it's like, all right, you need like, yeah, what's your name? It's like, my name's Tyler. Never come here again. It's like, damn. And then there's the Google.
Bro, it's a freaking Wendy's.
Yeah,
Come
I know.
on.
Yeah,
It's
you're
just like,
playing door.
this is the Wendy's.
and
We
he,
make
and he
hamburgers.
reported in DoorDash. It's like, yeah, he should. And then like there's a Google review with 1 star. It's like, this Wendy's sucks. The boss Tyler is racist. I was like,
He left a review.
yeah. It's like, come on.
Oh man.
He wanted his Wendy's yesterday thing.
He was doing DoorDash drivers, man. Like most of them are like humble. They wait, patient. Some like there's this one lady who's like just psycho. Like started flipping out at me at the window, and my boss one of the other bosses had to handle it. And I was like, I don't know. It's early in the morning. I don't know why you're freaking out at me.
I just work here, lady.
Yeah, I just work here. I'm just waiting for the food. It's like, why do I always have to wait? Why? And then my boss.
I run the fryers.
It's like, yeah, like. No, like I heard like this is before I worked there. I heard a story where a guy like he was like at the he was obviously at the front. You're not obviously supposed to go in the back kitchen, but he pointed at the fry guy back there and he yelled at him like, "What? It's not his problem. Like you don't point in the people in the back and yell at them."
It's that guy. He's the one that didn't give me my food.
Yeah, it's like you let the people in the front hand. You tell the people in front, the people and they go get it from the people in the back. Like,
Okay, but what was the guy's issue? He points and gets mad at some random dude in the back.
yeah, I don't
doing
know.
his
Like,
job.
they just said like they got mad at one of the fry guys, and it's like, why?
He's just doing his
yeah.
job. He's
He's
cooking the
just-
fries as
yeah.
fast as he can.
That guy with the fries. He's bad.
People,
I'm gonna give him a Yelp review.
yes, there's so many like people that just get mad.
Tony
for
at the
no
fryer.
reason.
He's bad.
Like,
Let's be
yeah,
open.
I've had experiences where people have got like where I've been a customer and people have forgotten food, and I've never yelled. I say, "Hey, my stuff's missing," so. Like, and it's embarrassing because you gotta go up there and it's like, oh yeah, my fries are missing from the bag.
As long as it's not through the drive-through, and then you could drive all the way home. There were a few instances when we were in Utah where you'd go to Taco Bell specifically. They always forgot our food at night.
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, oh, mother F. And then you'd drive back and go get it because you're a good person.
I wouldn't be. I'd get my anger out, and then I'd go and was like, "Yeah, I forgot my my stuff's not."
I always wondered kind of how you acted when you got there. You just super kind about it.
Yeah, it's like I'm just super humble about it because there's no point in yelling. Like, people are already having bad days, stressful days, so it's like you have to just be reasonable with them. But like some people just don't understand that.
See, it's stuff like this that makes going into the restaurant so much better.
Yeah.
You've sold me, Cole. You sold me.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the brotherhood.
Thank you, Father.
Like, yeah, I like when I'm alone, I always just like to go through the drive-thru. But like when I'm with a group, I'll obviously let's go eat inside. Except for during COVID, like you could not go inside anywhere.
If I have time, I'm sold on going in to eat. Your food's warm. You get a table, and you get all your food.
Yeah.
You get what you paid for.
You always get the sauces, napkins, and
free
everything.
refills.
Free refills.
Life hack. Get a small drink when you go into the restaurant because you can always fill it up as many times as you want.
Sometimes I just say, I'll get a large meal. It's like, oh, shit, I got a small
unless you're at
drink.
McDonald's, doesn't matter then.
True. Yeah.
Dude, man, I don't know why, but I love McDonald's, but I feel like it's been bad for me recently.
It's because McDonald's is bad. I think you're just realizing that it's bad.
But it's so tasty. Why is it so tasty?
It's not, though.
I had some today. We had some today because I wanted to get that quarter pounder jalapeno.
Why do they make bad food taste so good?
It's all bad.
I'm a big fan of Little Caesars too. When your dad was roasting it the other day, I was just like,
no,
he's got points.
He was,
but yeah,
he was specifically roasting. They get the cheesy cheese crust, the
extra most bestest.
No, what's it called?
Crazy crust. Yeah, Crazy Crust is the best pizza there. They're correct. Those guys getting it are correct.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, I see where you're coming from, but
it's very greasy.
The grease is still really good. No, they don't normally put extra grease on it. That's just Little Caesars nowadays. Yeah. The way they do Crazy Crust is they get a little bit of like a butter and put it on like a brush and brush the edges and then sprinkle Parmesan.
It's butter, all right.
They might have put like a little.
They might have put a little bit too much butter. Yeah, that does happen from time to time. But if you get good Crazy Crust, it's literally the greatest pizza ever. But it doesn't beat what it was back when we were like in high school, for example.
Yeah.
Because like they put the Parmesan on the entire pizza, not just the crust. But I was just listening to your dad, and I was just like, I get it, but like I freaking love it too. I was just like, I'm like, I want to vouch for them, but I just don't care how much to talk. I'm gonna eat my tacos. But I totally got. I was on their side for sure.
You know, like, eating, like, you know, I realized, like, you know, I've been eating out less, actually, I think.
Do you feel better?
A little bit.
How are your poops?
I don't, that's
TMI.
Mine were not great today.
Too much information. I
may do another one after this show.
Yeah.
That means your body's working.
Yeah, I will admit, my poops weren't great today because of the McDonald's. But
why does it taste so good, Sky? Teach me. Why?
It's called discipline. It's called just not going there.
Just don't do it, even if it tastes so good.
Just don't do it.
I was starting the oven to preheat it for lunch to reheat my pizza from yesterday, and as I click the button, Stain walks out. Hey, I want to go to McDonald's, and I was just like, bet.
Yeah.
I have not had McDonald's in a very long time.
The worst part about it now is that it's way too expensive. They've upped their prices.
Yeah.
Do they even have the dollar menu anymore?
They do, but it's really almost a $2 menu, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's like $1.29, like, and then after tax, it's almost $2.
I used to spend like $5 to $6 to get everything that I'd like to get at McDonald's. Now I'm spending closer to like $8, $9. And so I just get a quarter pounder meal and call it.
Yeah.
See, it's really hard to spend the money on stuff like that when you can go to Taco Bell and get all that food for $5,
Yeah.
or you get a pizza for
Yep.
$5,
Yep.
and you're just like, this is 2 meals.
Agreed.
Yeah. Kind of surprised I could still get away with it today.
Sometimes you just
Yeah.
crave that
Yeah.
Mickey D.
Never.
I just wanted
Never.
that. I just wanted the jalapeno QBC.
You just wanted to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
You're a masochist.
Then I realized, you know what? This is good. I want to definitely grill burgers and put jalapenos and bacon on it. Get some jalapenos.
Well, speaking of things that are good, I want to talk about the opposite, which
Oh,
It's not good.
Wait, we might
teaser.
think they're good though.
true. These are the hot takes. I'm ready to dive in. Hopefully, you guys thought of one.
I've got one.
So, my hot take, and I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna be like, "Really?"
I'm gonna pause you really quick. This is my theory. I don't know what your take's gonna be, but my theory is gonna be that Skylar's gonna say something that he thinks is a hot take, and he's gonna find out that it's just a cool take that everybody kind of agrees with.
It's kind of like a take that actually a lot more people agree with.
Yeah, just knowing you, that's kind of how things
Yeah.
go with a lot
Like,
of the stuff
you
you
like hot
say.
take this. It's like, it's not really much
Pretty
of a hot
based.
take.
Pretty
yeah.
based. This one I know is a hot take.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's hear it.
So, I think that the song Hotel California is not that good.
Oh,
I think it's a great song. I love the solo. I don't like it. I listen to Hotel California and I just don't like the song, and I always skip to the solos and then the song's over.
I'd have to disagree with you because it's one of those songs that I can just keep listening to, be like, this is a good song.
And it's like a weird, because it's supposed to be a rock
This is
song,
the
but
Eagles' best song.
it's like a different rock song. I can't even explain it. Is it like
arguably.
I think Freebird's better.
That's Leonard Skinner.
I know.
Like, we're talking two different eras here.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, but they're similar.
Yeah.
They're different.
Right.
They're a little bit more different than what
Well,
the
actually-
bands normally do. They kind of have a weird
Yeah.
mellow and then a super guitar
Yeah.
solo.
Like, I think Hotel California like goes a little more into the rock with their
Solos.
song, and the solo was way shorter.
Well, Freebird goes hard.
Freebird, it's got like the slow part, and then it goes in the solo, which lasts like 5 minutes.
Welcome to 70s rock.
Yeah, they're structurally the same, but like they're very different
But
songs.
what I'm saying is, I just
and yeah,
don't
I
like.
like Freebird better than Hotel
It
California.
was a
but-
terrible comparison. I
Yeah.
just was throwing
Yeah.
it out.
But I really do. I think Hotel California is just a classic rock
See,
song.
and I know it's a classic rock song, but anytime I hear it, I'm just like, I just don't
Yeah.
like it.
I'll tell you my thoughts on it. I'm indifferent. Honestly, I'm literally the middle of you guys right
Yeah.
now because I don't love the song, but I also don't really hate the song.
Yeah.
I always attribute the song to like when I was learning how to play guitar back in the day. There were so many people who were like, "Oh, do you know how to play Hotel California? That's the song you got to learn how to play. You got to do that one. That's the one." And I was always just like,
It's such a complex song. If
But,
you're
like-
talking about the solo,
I was always just like, it's not that good.
yeah.
It's good, but like not to the point like it needs to be the song you learn how to
Yeah.
play on the guitar.
Agreed.
But like I still like it. Like if it plays, I'll listen to it.
See, even as a kid, I remember getting my first MP3. It was actually my dad's, and he had Hotel California on there. Anytime it would come up, I would either skip it or I would skip to the solos,
Yeah.
depending on my mood. So if that's a song in your playlist and it pops up, are you listening or skipping?
It's not even in my playlists, if I'm being honest. If it was, I'd probably listen to it.
See, it's not in my playlist either. But I hear it often. I
it-
hear it very often.
If it came up on like a 70s rock playlist, I'd listen to it.
I definitely listen to it. Yeah.
But yeah, like I think it's out of all the Eagles songs, I think it is the best. They do have a lot of good songs. Don Henley also has good songs through his.
See, I would much rather listen to
Yeah.
Boys of Summer by Don Henley
Yeah.
than Hotel California.
What's Boys of Summer?
I can feel
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I'd rather listen to that too.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'd much rather listen to that.
Also, like the song that he did, it's like "Give us dirty laundry."
I
That's
don't
a
know
good
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kick 'em
I don't
all
know.
up, kick
I-
'em while they're down, kick 'em while they're sit, kick 'em all around. That song.
I guess for me, maybe that's what it is everybody loves Hotel California. And while I do respect it as a song and the artist behind it, I don't like it.
I was never a big Eagles fan to begin with, so that's partly where I'm at there.
I'm not too big of an Eagles. I'm not too big of an Eagles fan, but I do admit they have some pretty doggone tracks.
Some tracks.
He enjoys some touchdowns every once in a while.
That was a Forrest Gump impersonation. Don't misconstrue that. All right.
I think the reason I'm not an Eagles fan is because my dad's not really an Eagles fan, and I'm definitely the kid that grew up listening to my dad's music, so I like his stuff.
Yeah. Thing about my dad is like he listened to like country and some old stuff, but like the era he grew up with, the songs he didn't like, I definitely like. I was looking up. Oh, I should look up the Brutal Legend soundtrack because it has a really good soundtrack. And I see playlists and there's just songs missing because they're not like the YouTube version. So I just made my own. I went through the whole playlist and just added all the songs.
Like, Dad, how come you don't like Death Grips like I do?
There's no Death Grips on there. It's stuff like Iron Maiden. They don't have. That's one of the biggest shocking omissions. Brutal Legends is Iron Maiden. No Iron Maiden, but they do have Black Sabbath, Judas Priest.
Does Jack Black do any of his own stuff on there?
Yeah, they got 2 Tenacious D songs on there. That's his band.
Yeah.
I wonder if they just couldn't get any of the rights.
Yeah.
Was the D sound for Wiener?
I don't know. It might be Tenacious Wiener. I don't know. It probably is, knowing his songs.
Tenacious Ween.
Yeah.
That's another band.
You know what the D stands for? Yeah.
Richard.
Yeah.
What's your hot take, Thane? I think we beat the Eagles to death.
Yeah. Sorry, Don.
They're endangered.
He's gonna sue us now.
They broke up.
These guys talk shit about my music.
No, I said I liked Boys of Summer.
No.
Don, come on, come halfway.
No,
I like Leonard Skinner better than you.
What's not a hot take is that Don Henley is a jerk.
He's a dick.
Yeah.
Everyone hates him.
He's a tenacious.
Dick.
Yeah. But I don't know.
He wants to come back to you.
Hot take.
You thought you had one from the beginning though.
Yeah. I didn't.
Oh
no, wait. I guess I did. So my hot take is that I took an ice pack and it was hot. Not. I'm sorry. You can go call. Think of one.
I don't know how I follow up that act.
It was great. It was a closer.
Okay, my hot take. This is a good one. My hot take is that sometimes it's okay to be a Karen.
I might have to agree because, like, sometimes, like, especially if you're dealing with dumb teenagers, you kind of have to be a little angry to get what you want. You have to, like, really, like, get at people. It's like, you gotta do this. Please. I've been sitting here for hours.
I'm not willing to be the guy that ruins somebody's day to get what I want. But, like, if it's something that I need / want and it's not happening and I've done the stuff on my end to make it happen, then I'm gonna do my part. I'll give a great example because we had one recently moving into this new house with our mail situation. Going back to the original conversation, I enjoy some cardboard in the mail every day. So I was very aggressive into getting our mail situation worked out because there's like this mailbox like with a bunch of different numbers on it for the people in our neighborhood. We get a key and unlock it, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so we go to the post office. The post office tells us, yeah, we don't know what happened to the key. The old person must have taken it. And we're like, okay, whatever. Just get us new ones. And for the time being, we just picked up the mail at the post office. And I think they told me, they gave me a specific amount of time. It was like a couple days or something. But it was like, by this day we should have it kind of thing. It was a direct enough thing. I'm like, okay, cool. That day rolls around. They told me they were going to call me in my number. That day rolls around. I didn't get a call. And I was just like, well, looks like I got to take things into my own hands because they clearly are not. So I went to the post office and sure enough, like, oh yeah, we have the keys right here. Ha ha ha. I was like, yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. Sometimes you just got to take things into your own hand if you want stuff to get done. That's kind of my hot take. Being a Karen is okay sometimes. Don't be a dick about it though.
I mean, I'm gonna have to agree. I was a little bit of a Karen with our internet situation to the people, our old.
No,
internet
you
provider.
weren't. If you were a Karen, you would have done that a week and a half before.
Sure, but I guess I probably would have called a couple days earlier from the time frame they said.
Yep.
But I don't know. There was a lot of situations that arose in that time.
You were very nice in that situation. You gave them
Sure.
all the benefits of the doubt.
Sure, but I was very stern with her when we were talking.
That
to
wasn't
her.
being Karen. That was just like you guys lost your client. Sorry.
F you
Bye.
guys. Sure. Okay, fine. I don't have it in me to be a Karen, I guess.
Yeah,
Cole
you're
will
just
be
too
my
nice.
Karen.
You're too nice, and I sometimes am willing to be a jerk. I won't. Like I said, I won't make people's days bad because of it, though. I'm not willing to do that. I know how rough service industry, for example, can be, but. And say my meal at Wendy's or something's messed up, I'm not gonna freak out about that either. I'll just, unless it's significant where I do need to get it changed, where it's I didn't order the chili with the poop in it. I ordered the chili without the poop in it. If something like that happens, then I will go and talk. But
I think your mistake was getting the chili in general.
hey,
Is that a hot take thing? Chili from Wendy's is not good.
I never tried it. I never bothered with it.
you were there for 2 years and you never tried the chili.
Nah, I just wanted a burger.
He said he told me one time.
There's poop in
that,
it.
No. He said that he didn't eat it because he made it. And he knows how it was made.
Oh.
Yeah, how they make it, I don't know if this is controversial or anything, but how they make it is that they the dry old patties that we don't sell that we cook, we put it in a cover.
That becomes the chili meat.
That becomes the chili meat. And it's not as shocking as I think because we do keep it heated and we do run it under water. It's
What about the baked potatoes?
those we just cook once, and then if they get old, they just toss them.
Isn't that crazy, guys? There's baked potatoes at Wendy's you can get. Did you know this?
Somewhere
Did
on
you
the
know this
menu.
guy?
Yeah.
I know this. I work there.
I said Sky.
You could get a chili baked potato.
Yeah, that's how I knew about it.
There was a girl when we were living in Utah. She worked with me, and occasionally we would go get lunch or dinner together, just depending on
Yeah.
if I didn't have any lessons or whatever.
Oh, the one you were being the NTR guy for?
No.
Sky, I don't know if you saw that face, but that was the realization of, oh, freak, I was the cuck for him. No, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what she would get was a baked potato. She's like, I like a baked potato and a Frosty. And I'm like, I like Frosty and French fries. Different presentation, probably same taste.
Wait, do you not dip your French fries in the Frosties?
Totally.
Oh, okay.
She would get a baked potato and a Frosty, and I would get French fries and a Frosty.
She dip her baked potato in the Frosty?
I didn't ever see her do it, but I wouldn't doubt that she would try it. I don't know.
I want to try it. I don't think it'd be as good
It's
as a potato, like a French fry. No, I take it back. I don't want to try it. It would nowhere near be as good as a French fry.
Especially where I feel like you get a lot more salt on your French fries than you do on a baked potato.
Yeah, that's what makes the dipping into the Frosty so good. Plus, it's fried more.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting just thinking about how Wendy's even has baked potatoes. It's one of those things that it's like on the hidden menu almost. They don't even really advertise it much.
Yeah, well, it's not hit. Well, it's kind of buried. I'd say it's more
The
buried.
buried menu.
Yeah.
Do you have a hot take?
I don't know. It's hard to think of one. I'd have to really come up. I guess the closest thing is I just don't like pineapples in general. I don't know if that's really hot. I know people say, "Oh, I don't like pineapples on pizza," but pineapples in general, I'm just not really into. And there's a scene from a movie called Only Yesterday where it's there's bananas are the king of the fruit, but they want to try pineapple and they try it's hard and not very good out the when they cut it, and it's and she comes to the conclusion, bananas are the king of the fruit.
I would.
Oh.
Yeah.
Were you gonna say apples and oranges?
No.
Oh,
I was not going to talk about fruit. I was going to
that's what I
talk
was
about
gonna
the
say is
movie
king
you
of the
brought
fruit.
up.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask, have you actually seen that movie or that clip
Yeah.
from it?
I've seen the movie.
Oh, you have seen the movie.
That's where I got the clip. I remember when I had access to the Logan Public Library when they made that oversight. I had a few anime movies. I had, I think, Princess Kaguya, Your Name, and Only Yesterday, and I watched all of them.
Oh, nice.
Um,
I've seen Princess Kaguya.
yeah, that ending is sad. It's like, wow.
Oh, I knew it was
Like,
coming, but yeah,
yeah.
it's incredibly
If
sad.
you know the story behind it.
If you know the
yeah.
story, it's very sad.
It's like, but it's like so happy and cheerful. Then and then like you know the ending, but like
This guy's over here just like alone in the dark. He's
the
just like, I don't
tone,
know what's
the
happening.
total-
No.
you've seen them too.
No, but I've just got
know the
bits
story?
and snippets of
From other anime.
other anime and manga that
But the
I've
tone
read.
they set at the end, it's like, oh, damn.
So I'm assuming they're all told a little bit differently, but have the same kind of meat on.
Yeah,
the
it's kind of
bones.
like
with the
a
bamboo cutter.
it's a Japanese fairy tale.
Yeah, it's
called
the
the
tail
Tale
of the
of
bamboo
yeah.
cutter. The bamboo cutter sees this glowing bamboo stalk and he goes over, cuts it down. There's a little baby inside of it growing. He takes the baby and they raise it as their own daughter because they couldn't have kids.
Yeah.
And then one day the daughter grows up and then she has to go back to the moon and the moon people take her back.
So Kaguya means moon, right? The name.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just a traditional Japanese name.
Oh.
But yeah, it's a very good movie.
I guess another part about it, about the actual like tail of bamboo cutter, is like the dude she fell in love with, that Kaguya fell in love with, it was all like he just, I don't know, he gave up on her essentially, kind of like, yeah, like you're gone, that sucks. There was also something with the elixir of life in there as well.
Yeah.
It was like, I think the dude that fell in love with her, like he would drink the elixir of life so he could go on and eventually try to get back to Kaguya. I don't know. The actual movie part that I watched of it, that wasn't a huge focus, honestly. It was mainly just about
There's
Kaguya.
also a part where it's like there's suitors trying to get her because she became like royalty. And then it's like, all right, do these impossible tasks, and they couldn't do them.
Yeah, because she didn't want to marry any of them. She had, like, in the movie itself, she didn't even want to marry the person that was like the dude she fell in love with. Like the Ghibli version of that movie is definitely like a little bit more of their own version, but for the most part, it's roughly the cut and dry story. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
I think I was just going to say that the few times that the Kaguya stories come up in manga or anime I've watched, it usually has the elixir of life in it as well.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not necessarily a very prominent part, but I feel like it's kind of a staple with that story.
And they try to go happy ending with it as well. Yeah, because the actual one's not a very happy ending.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry I couldn't think of a more hotter take than I don't like pineapples.
You don't like ketchup?
I don't like ketchup
That's
either.
a bigger, hotter take than
I don't like
pineapple.
ketchup. Here I'm American boy. I don't like ketchup. I think it's too sweet. Like,
but you like fry sauce.
I used to like it as a kid. Now here's the thing:
marinara.
would you drink straight vinegar?
Huh?
Would you drink straight vinegar?
Oh no, it's awful.
Yeah, but they put in ingredients. So if ketchup is an ingredient, usually I don't like it on my burgers. But if it's fry sauce, because mix it in with the mayonnaise and sometimes people put mustard in it. But if you mix it up in there, it just tastes totally different.
So you like ketchup as an ingredient. You don't like it as the main thing.
Yeah, I don't like it as the dip into my fries.
I should try that with things that I dislike. Mix it with other things and see if it tastes good.
That could work.
Well,
but
yeah, give us an
some
example.
things are like have a strong hint. Like, obviously, I'm not gonna put pineapples in my pizza because I don't really like.
I don't
pineapples.
like pickles, and so I hate it when they put it in my
fry
sauce.
I don't like pickles either. I don't like when like. Actually, it's weird. I don't mind it when they put in like secret sauces, but like
I don't like that. That ruins it for me.
Yeah,
that said, I like dill pickle sunflower seeds.
See, I don't like pickles either.
I don't like the dill pickle because it just tastes like pickles. So I'm like, ugh.
I'm kind of into it.
I don't like that either. But I don't like pickles either. But if they're on my burger, I'll just eat them.
Really?
I won't take them off.
I
used to always take them off.
I remember they had this Snapple flavor that was like a wild berry flavor, and one time like got when I drank it. Tasted like pickles. So I was like, why does this taste like pickles?
Weird. No, I like cucumber.
Same.
You had it the other day with that meal that I made. Did you like that?
Yeah, it was fine. Like
those circular things.
Yeah, I don't.
I guess I spiced them up with some sugar and lime juice. Also, that helps. But
I guess I also don't like hard fruit like broccoli, vegetables. I don't like hard vegetables that are crunchy. Like,
What if you
actually, with the
saute 'em?
exception of carrots. Yeah, if I saute them and they're soft,
Hate
that's
soft
great.
carrots personally.
I like either way.
I
Yeah.
think soft carrots is a texture thing because I
like
love hard
carrots.
carrots.
Like, I only like carrots. But anything else, like, I'm not really a fan of unless I saute it. So if it's cold,
beans?
I don't really like green beans. No.
I'll eat them. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
Is there a food that you guys absolutely will not touch? And that's minus if you're allergic to it. That doesn't count, is what I'm saying.
Probably black beans. After that one time I tried them
Yeah.
and hated them. Also, green olives are really high up there too. I hate green olives.
These chairs are bad for my tailbone, dude. Like, I don't know if I'm sitting on them goofy.
It's called your
Yeah.
lumbar support.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just ramming it too much into your tailbone.
Yeah. I gotta find a way to. Well.
I love
speaking
you.
of a-
Thank you guys for. I'm
yeah,
just kidding.
Speaking of a blown out back, we're gonna end the podcast.
Oh, yours was better than mine. I was just gonna hit him with the "I love
Yeah.
you" and bye,
Yeah.
but Thane had a segue to the end.
I'm gonna go rest my back in a.
I guess I'm the host. I should probably end it,
Yeah.
huh? Thank you guys for listening and watching this episode of Talking Rad. We hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have an opinion on what I should buy, it's probably too late. I'm gonna be honest
Yeah.
with you.
If you guys say in the comments he's already bought it because it's probably when he films it. He's probably gonna buy whatever right now.
I don't
Or
know
maybe
right now.
tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Tomorrow I might be okay because my Xenoblade soundtracks are going to be coming in the mail, so I'll probably be held over on that for a little bit. So I'll be on that high for a little bit, you know. But yeah, thank you guys for listening and watching. If you guys liked it, let us know something in the comments that you think you have a hot take on. Let us know if you thought our hot takes were bad. Tell Thane why ketchup is tasty, and we'll see you guys in the next one. We hope you guys have a good one.
Yeah.
And as always,
Keep it rad.
Keep it red.
keep it rad.